What's going on with the Des Moines Register right now? What are they running? What do we need to understand about the case regarding Trainer?
Well, it's now blossomed to much more than just the case regarding Trainer. The Des Moines Register throughout the last week has been running several articles on the fact that there have been teachers that have been behaving inappropriately with students. This is something, all teachers are what are called mandatory reporters. A mandatory reporter is someone who, when they have a good faith belief, not for spite, not for non-justifiable reason, but have a good faith belief that a child is being abused, whether it be sexually or physically, that they must report that to the state. Well, we are having, it appears, and again, I would like to put the caveat on that I am going with the belief that what the Des Moines Register reporting is complete and true, because I don't have any personal knowledge of any of this. That there have been several school districts, Trainer was the one that started the exposés, that had teachers and coaches that were behaving in an inappropriate manner with students, that it was being reported, and the administration and school board were doing nothing with that. The most recent article that just came out in this Sunday, September 4th Register, is that it appears that judges are not well versed and prosecutors are not well versed in the Iowa law that requires any mandatory reporter that is found guilty of sexually abusing a student cannot be put on a deferred sentence or probation. They must serve jail time. So it runs a whole gamut. The school districts, there are a variety of ethical laws or ethical policies or ethical expectations that school districts don't continue to employ teachers that sexually abuse children. That being the case, to me, as an education lawyer and as an educator, it's very troubling to read these kind of articles because it appears that things have just broken down. It is so very, very easy for a school district, if they have competent counsel, to make sure that these sort of things never happen, to ensure that they are in compliance with the laws, that they have the proper policies, procedures that they need to ensure that if something is reported, everyone knows who it needs to be reported to, and everyone knows exactly what will be done.
So was it correct for the teachers or coaches that were reporting to report it to administration, or were they supposed to go to another?
No, they should have been able to go to the online policy manual and that every district has, and look to see who is the individual that they are to report to. Is it an individual in the central office? In smaller districts, it may be the principal or the superintendent, and it was appropriate for them to report it in-house. And then the minute that is reported, every time it's reported, even if it's reported by someone that has reported something similar every month for the last 15 months, you still follow your policies and procedures, which would take it then to ultimately to the board, if it is founded, and to outside law enforcement agencies.
Right.
Now, the one caveat that I would put is that some school districts, especially larger school districts, you've got to remember that things are done differently when you've got a large district with multi-layer administration compared to a smaller district that's basically the board, the superintendent, maybe one or two principals. Many of the larger districts would have what's called a memo of understanding with their local law enforcement. And so that would be written into their policy regarding sexual abuse or sexual harassment, because this all goes into Title IX, which is a whole nother story.
Whole nother video.
And they may have it such that they then would know exactly when they need to report it on out to the local law enforcement. And that will be different with each. Eventually, should the district decide that it is founded, they not only should level the discipline within their district, whatever it is under the policy, but they should also report it out to police.
All right.
Because they are also all mandatory reporters.